Evening Star 26. Kha'jiit quickly found the hidden dragon Flagon down in the Ratway beneath Riften. Bjorn the Dwarf the Shaveskin offered us a place with them if we were to complete another task for the Thieves Guild. Drexten was intrigued to find another cat already in the guild, one called Gnives. It was a talker, always restless. Skyrim seems to carry mini kha'jiits that are on their own, like this one is now.
Well met, friend. How can I help you? Yes?
Tell this one about the Blackbriar clan.
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the clan,
Well, there's Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
You are not from Riften, yes?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Why are you here,
Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
You are the protector of Riften, yes?
It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Erin, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago.
Is Aaron this creepy man behind you? How did Aaron save your life exactly?
It was Erin who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason, so I stayed. Safe travels.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her. Miol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right. Miol's brought me nothing but safety and peace of mind. And some lessons with the blade.
Does no one hear the ghost moaning? This one needs to make it to the Ratways. Where was Bjorn? What is this? Honor Hall Orphanage. Okay. Perhaps we don't venture inside in the middle of the night. Locked. Steel. This looks promising. Warning, stay out of the Ratway. It has come to our attention that some misguided citizens have been venturing into the Ratway late at night. This one does this now. To complicate matters, others have seen fit to spread rumors of their disappearance, stirring up talk of ghosts and phantoms haunting the sewers. We would remind you that the Ratway is not a safe place for commoners, and any talk of ghosts is nothing more than tavern gossip. We will investigate the matter shortly, but in the meantime, take heed and do not enter the Ratway. The Riften Guard. Well, Drexten was never good at following directions of the guard. Let us go inside. A skull and an axe. Great sign. Oh, it's pretty dark. I think this one will continue to use the lantern.
I don't know, Trough. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten up this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
These ones sound like evildoers.
I'm going to check the entrance to the
Bandits.
Ratway. Be right back.
What was that? Is someone there?
Oh, this one missed.
I knew it.
Your friend is next.
Draws near. Enough of
Billy bandits. This one doesn't know what they were planning, but perhaps they were the ones causing disappearances. A drawbridge? Oh. Drexten hates rats. Stupid rats. Haha.
You're mine.
Oh. More bandits. A lowlife. A book. Beggar by Revan. This one can read later. There's bandits around here. Jeez. A dead person. Cage key. A journal. I ain't been having no luck at lifting gold off them rich merchants in the market, and those Thieves Guild's wits don't want me. Said I'm too clumsy. I'm running out of food and skooma. May need to start killing some of the skeevers down here for meat. One of the skooma dealers at the docks told me he knew a guy from Morrowind who trained a Nyx hound to distract his marks. Helped him steal a heaping pile of gold, he said. Don't know if I believe a word of it, but what else am I going to do? Might as well give it a try. Too bad there ain't any Nyx hounds around here. Plenty of skeevers, though. I'm gonna need to catch some anyway for food. Might as well have a go at training one first. Yeah, okay. Pickpocket tried to train a rat. Oh. What is this? Who are all the people yelling? Hmm? Did we find the end? Is this the Thieves Guild?
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay.
What do you mean,
I assumed you were here to see me about your face. To have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face?
Kha'jiit needs a moment.
Indeed. It is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. Until next time.
No, thank you. You're
Well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain. Well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
Kha'jiit is here.
So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me?
What did those slow pod deadbeats do?
They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways.
Hired muscle, huh? Could Drexten do something more discreet, perhaps?
That's the job, if you want in.
Yeah. Kha'jiit agrees. Who are they,
Kirava, Ursi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization.
How do you desire Kha'jiit to handle it?
Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business.
Kha'jiit will do
Good.
this.
If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going.
Okay. This one needs more information. Any assistance with Bercy, perhaps?
He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude.
Do you have any tips for Kha'jiit about Kirava?
Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb, and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning.
What is the tale of Helga,
Helga is a devout follower of Dibella, and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave.
I'll be here when you're done.
Okay. "26th of Evening Star." This one found the hidden inn in the Ratway that Bjornjolf, the Shaveskin, easier than he made it out to be. Kha'jiit will do more jobs and become a member of this Thieves Guild. Seems like a good source coin. This one worries that it forgets its kin. Skyrim has moved so quickly and never lets this one rest or reflect. Perhaps it's best to take time to write in this journal to keep track of its journey through Skyrim. We become stronger each day, each fight, each encounter. A kha'jiit.
Something on your mind?
Knives.
Its footsteps are like thunder, scaring the dust and making the floor scream for mercy. Knives does not think it is truly a cat.
Clearly, Kha'jiit simply wishes to speak, yes? When he uses stealth, his intent is otherwise, and you would not even know it,
It develops bad habits, being noisy one day and quiet the next. Knives thinks it is best to always walk softly, so that stealth is as natural as breath.
Kha'jiit ears are indeed sensitive, yes? This one enjoys the soft words of whispers on the wind.
It is a kha'jiit, so it should not depend on the eyes. The others, they can only see what's in front. But we kha'jiit, we hear. 20 paces to the east, a thief scratches his ears. 50 paces further, A beggar sighs and counts his coins. 2 stories above, a couple says their vows, while underneath in the catacombs, a widow weeps for her husband. The cat hears, the mind knows, minutes before anything is seen. Their eyes can only see the past, but the ears of the kha'jiit know the future.
You sound to kha'jiit ears like you were born for this role, friend.
True, they say the kha'jiit are born into the guild. Knives thinks he was born an assassin, raised a prowler, and adopted by thieves.
What do you mean when you say born an assassin, exactly?
Knives was the last of a litter of 3, and slew the one who gave birth to him. From that day, his fur was marked with blood.
Many birthing guardians die during delivery, yes? You would not hold youngling accountable, hmm?
Many would say the same, if not for the mane on his back. It runs crimson, while his father's wear grey. It was an ill omen, and Knives' father was a superstitious cat. The very sight of this one threw him into a rage. On those nights,
Why did you switch?
He would wander the village sands, waiting for the new sun to warm them. He was drawn to the back alleys and the aroma of the moon. If he was tired or hungry, he warmed his way through the crowd outside the skooma huts, picking the pockets of those who had one too many.
The ball is dancing.
Only one night, he picked the wrong pocket. It belonged to a servant of cities.
A Dark Brotherhood assassin, perhaps?
Yes, he convinced Knives he was right side up, when in truth he was upside down. Knives did not know this, because the cat always landed on his feet.
What did they ask of you exactly?
To heed the call of the Black Sacrament, and to young Knives, taking a life was no different than stealing a coin. Young Knives was eager to please his mentor, so he killed without remorse. He would have kept killing if Razir paid him what he was worth. Some say Knives should not have betrayed Razir, but it was Knives who was betrayed first. But why kill him? Well, it was easier for Knives to murder his mentor than to tell him no.
How did you join the Thieves Guild exactly?
Knives did not part from his childhood on good terms and was forced to flee. Senchal to the south promised good loot, but the Tenmar forest is unforgiving to those who are not seasoned warriors. So he went
Why does this one
north,
keep moving
roaming
around?
the savannas and playing the role of common burglar. North he continued to travel, a stranger in strange lands. He had followed the water until he reached the Imperial city.
Why does this one keep moving to
The
different
pockets were
chairs?
stingy, and the locks highly irritable. They grew angry at the slightest touch, and Knives wondered if he should return to Elsweyr, where every lock knew his name. That was when Bandar smiled upon him and granted him another path. Knives found a book labeled Shadow Marks, and it made promises of easy loot.
You refer to the markings on the door frames, yes? Kha'jiit has been curious of what these mean exactly.
Yes, shadow marks, as they are known. A system of communication. A language documented by none other than Delvin Mallory. Thieves carve these marks on the doorframes of homes and buildings to tell others what lies behind them, whether it be danger, loot, or offense. Knives' ears can tell them the future, but they cannot hear the past. These shadow marks, they tell him a bit of both.
Your thieving attracted the attention of the guild, yes?
Not so, for a true thief attracts no attention. Knives sought out Delvin and used the shadow marks to guide him. There was one mark of great interest to Knives. 2 circles intersecting a diamond. The mark of the protected. Knives found such a mark on the barrel of a house near Solitude. It belonged to a Thane named Ericul. A Thane of such importance would have valuables locked in a safe, along with documents that tied him to certain parties.
And you were not deterred by the safe,
It was a good omen. While Locks asked Knives to listen to the dance of tumblers to convince a safe to open, he need only listen for its heartbeat. In fact, Knives was almost out the door when his legs felt heavy as bricks. His toes tingled, and soon they lost all feeling. It seems both his ankles had been struck by an ice spike from Erica's personal wizard.
Kha'jiit is curious. How did you manage to escape such tight clutches?
The wizard called the guards and woke the Thane. There had been reports of a thief in the area, and the guards speculated Knives was the culprit. Knives did not protest. He simply recommended that the Thane first check the contents of the safe before making such a hasty decision. He glanced curiously at the wizard before rushing back upstairs. When he returned, he screamed at the guards to let Knives free. "This kha'jiit is my honored guest," he railed. "And if you so much as damage even a whisker, I will have every single one.
Why does this one
of
keep
your
moving
heads."
to different
The
chairs?
guards released Knives and left the residents shaking their heads. The wizard, confused, turned to his master. "I thought the safe was emptied yesterday," he said, "to help pay for last night's fete." "Not anymore," the Thane replied, tossing a gem to the wizard, "for our guest has been kind enough to fill it." There are very strong personalities in the guild. Knives prefers this, so that he may operate unnoticed. Vex, Sapphire, and Tonelia remind Knives of the Pamar rat, loyal but fearsome. Delvin and Viper love to talk, while Vikel and Brynjolf are eager to listen. Dirge and Thrin are the muscle, and they will not hesitate to flex. Rune's past is a curiosity, but one that seems to have no answer. Sinrik has been with the guild longer than most, yet he lacks the qualities to lead.
Is there anyone here that Drexten should stay clear of, perhaps? For instance, someone that stinks of cabbage, or small pesky younglings?
If there is one it should avoid, it is the Bosmer, Nirun. That one is more spoiled than Sibi Blackbriar. His palate is used to fine cheeses and wines, and complains that everything here tastes like cat urine. Knives might have something to do with that. Knives does not like complainers, nor does he enjoy losing a bet.
What is it that you do around here exactly?
Knives steals for the guild and carves those shadow marks in the doors that have none. On some occasions, he will even cook. Usually, Knives saves his talents for special meals, like when an enterprising thief steals a vintage wine, or a barrel of imported delicacies. In fact, Knives' fondest memory is the day a disgruntled fisherman sold Donilia a crate of fresh meringar. 'Tis a rare fish that inhabits the Sea of Ghosts, a week's voyage from the coast.
How would you serve this meringar?
Knives prepared the fillet with chives, parsley, and a drop of lemon, and served it
sounds
with a
delicious.
side of fresh tomatoes. The walls of this
This
sewer
one will have to
drank
steal
in that
plenty
aroma
of food for Knives
weeks.
to cook.
Not a single complaint could be heard in the Flagon. Even Nerun managed to keep his mouth silent. Ah, that was a good time to be Knives. Until next time.
Why does this one change chairs? What an odd person. There are many in the guild.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Surge. The drawbridge. Oh. What is this place? Special battle axe. Oh, it's the ghost. The trap. This one has found the ghost. This one is parched. Stupid rat. Is this one the trained rat from the pickpockets? Huh? Drexten hates rats, but perhaps we will use the companion. Come, Scourge. Let us find this ghost.